JDM lost the whole fight right here. Let's break down the key grappling moments that decided the fight between Islam Makhachev and Jack Della Maddalena. We're going to focus on the mistakes JDM made on the ground and, more importantly, what he could have done differently to get a better outcome. Before we get into the groundwork, we need to talk about the very first takedown. And honestly, this one didn't have to happen the way it did. Over the course of this fight, JDM gave up multiple clean takedowns. But this first one, at least this one, was absolutely defendable. If he had reacted properly at this moment, the entire round could have played out differently. To finish a single leg, one of the most important elements is leg separation. The wider your base becomes, the easier you fall. So normally, when someone gets their leg picked up, the defender immediately hops on one leg, stays centered, down blocks, wedges with a heavy overhook, and loads weight onto the leg. That's standard single leg defense. But JDM doesn't do any of that. His reaction looks relaxed, almost like he's not treating the takedown attempt as a real threat. Islam winning the wrestling isn't surprising. What matters is what this takedown leads into, because the next sequence is where the real damage starts. From a grappler's perspective, the thing you need to worry about against a physically stronger wrestler isn't the takedown itself. The real danger is getting taken down into a bad position, and that's exactly what happens here. As soon as they land, Islam already has an underhook and a strong crossface, one of the worst possible starting positions for a bottom player. Because of that, JDM never gets a proper chance to build anything. He ends up giving over 1 minute and 20 seconds of control time before he even recovers guard, and he wastes a huge amount of energy in the process. There was a window to rebuild his frames. It wasn't big, but it was real. If he started focusing on frames the moment he felt the takedown coming, this whole sequence could have gone differently. In half guard, most grapplers rely on 2 defensive layers, an arm frame and a knee shield or half butterfly hook. Lose those and you're suddenly supporting all of your opponent's weight. That's flattened chest-to-chest half guard, one of the worst positions in jiu-jitsu that doesn't officially score points. Some fighters don't even bother to pass from here. They just flatten you, keep you stuck, and drain your energy. Escaping flattened half almost always costs more cardio than the strikes do. Yes, there are technical escapes: knee levers, half butterfly recovery, ashi entries, windmill-style reversals. But JDM didn't seem to have the depth to chain those together against Islam. He had moments where half butterfly was available, but it didn't look like he was thinking about it at all. Up to this point, things are bad but still salvageable. JDM hits a nice sumigaeshi style off balance. He doesn't get the reversal, but he creates an open turtle moment. This is a big chance. JDM chooses the 4-point dump here. As a technique, the 4-point dump works excellent, but timing matters. I strongly believe the 4-point dump works best when the attacker's lower body is glued to your hips, assuming they don't already have both hooks in. The more connected their hips are, the easier they are to dump. Right here, Islam isn't glued yet, so JDM is choosing the 4-point dump at a suboptimal moment. He had another path. He could have shifted the load off his arms and back into his legs first, using similar mechanics you see in knee slides or the stand-up sequences Kenta demonstrates.
You can see that even if Leaders tries to flip weight on me, my weight is being held by my legs. In this way, we can stand up. Situation where my hands are weighted. Now, if I try to stand up, as soon as I lift it up, I'm going to be off balance. So I want to make sure my legs are weighted, and now I can stand up.
This weight transfer mechanic frees your hands, rebuilds your base, and then you can stand with classic stand-up principles. He had options. Here, Islam collapses all his weight on JDM's arms and head. When your arms carry the load, standing becomes almost impossible. So what was the best option? The cartwheel. It instantly shifts weight off your arms and creates a scramble. JDM has good scrambling instincts, but he's not a pure grappler, so he may not have that escape wired in. Instead, he runs to the cage, and honestly, that's not always a bad choice. Whitaker uses this all the time. He hits the cage, blocks one side, and escapes before the hooks sink in. But in this fight, it goes wrong. Islam covers distance fast and gets a far side hook in. Now JDM has no choice but to fight the second hook, and this is actually the perfect timing for the 4-point dump. But because he ran toward the fence earlier, the cage is now helping Islam stay attached. To make the dump work, JDM needed to turn toward open space, but he doesn't have time. The second hook comes in. Once Islam starts loading weight on the hips from back mount and pulling the arms forward, he forces a fully flattened position. In BJJ, that flattened back mount is one of the hardest positions to escape from. To avoid being pinned like that, JDM intentionally goes to quarter mount. And realistically, that's the correct choice. You accept a worse position on the scoreboard to avoid a position you simply cannot escape. But he still ends up flattened, loses another minute of control time, and burns even more energy. By striking standards, he's essentially half-rocked from grappling fatigue alone. Now we get to the third key cause of JDM's loss. His octopus guard was a one-trick pony. Personally, I don't think octopus guard should ever be your plan A. There are too many stronger primary offensive options. But beyond that, JDM's attack pattern was incredibly one-dimensional and predictable. He ignored the many attacking directions available from Octopus and committed only to the stand-up. Even that stand-up had technical issues. In this moment, Islam's crossface isn't that deep. If JDM had more refinement, he could have scrambled here. Faraz Sahabi pointed out that JDM's upper body was oriented the wrong way. His chest is facing upward, which means he's taking Islam's weight directly through his frame. That makes standing harder and makes the crossface feel heavier. Craig Jones, by contrast, always tilts his upper body toward the floor when he stands from Octopus. But the bigger issue is the bottom leg. JDM's bottom half-guard leg is still trapped. In Octopus guard, standing becomes almost impossible unless you free that bottom leg. If you watch Craig Jones's stand-ups, you'll notice that his bottom leg is always free before he completes the stand-up. Why is that leg so important? Because it becomes your base. In grappling terms, it's the heist leg. It's the leg that lets you actually rise and shift weight.
I need to control his heist leg in order to stop him from heisting. Because if I weren't to control this, he can stand up, return to the standing position. However, if I control this, and he stays on this hip, he's really not going to be able to build up that much height.
This heist leg concept also applies after takedowns. Many fighters rush to upper body control after landing a takedown, and they let their opponent stand up because they never controlled the heist leg.
That I'm wary of this heist leg. I don't really mind what this other leg is doing, but I'm really trying to bring this leg out, and so trying to prevent him from bringing his heel to his butt.
If you want to keep someone down, you must control the heist leg first. Coming back to JDM, the biggest issue with his octopus guard is that he had no alternate attack directions beyond the stand-up. Craig Jones uses octopus as a system. The stand-up is his primary attack, but he also has two additional routes, the outside hook and the half butterfly hook. These hooks turn Octopus from a one-dimensional height battle into a multi-directional attacking system. They add sweep options to both sides and create layered threats. Grappling is all about action and reaction. If you have one main attack, you need at least one strong attack option in the opposite direction to make the original attack work more often. But even in positions where JDM could have gone to outside hook or half butterfly, he simply never did. And Islam wasn't even shutting them down. The attacks were just one-dimensional and predictable. Unless you have a huge skill advantage, one-direction attacks get shut down. And in this fight, JDM was facing someone whose grappling level is clearly higher. If he had even a basic half butterfly game layered on top of his octopus, the grappling exchange could have looked completely different. So that's how round one ends, and honestly, the fight was basically decided there. From that point on, it was just a drained JDM trying to survive. That wraps up this analysis. If you enjoyed this style of breakdown or want more grappling-focused content like this, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.